I can imagine that one of the first ways that you might start putting emotions at the center of your coaching starts with having a language for
it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right. And so that's where I can imagine emotional literacy comes in. Is that how you see it?
Yeah. So actually what I find is that people of all ages, even young children, have a tremendous amount of emotional wisdom. They know they have emotions move them. And if you give them the language, then they can name the emotion. And even with first graders, I've done this work, and I have principals who work with elementary school students in this way. And so what I find is that people, it's not that they lack any sort of wisdom, they just don't have the language. They don't know how to articulate emotions. They use the same 15 or 20 words to name their emotions repeatedly. And their whole concept of emotions for me is based on a lot of either myths or things we've learned that are not particularly helpful if we want to work with emotions in a practical way. And so this is emotional literacy. And, you can imagine if you were linguistically illiterate, how that would change your life, how you couldn't read the slides, you couldn't send a text, there's so much you couldn't do if you didn't have linguistic literacy. And we put so much attention on that because we think it's so valuable. And yet, if we move to another domain, if we move to emotions, we really haven't paid much attention to that at all. And for me, that's the missing piece, which is why I intentionally talk about emotional literacy versus emotional intelligence, because, yeah, we're all emotionally intelligent, but the question is, can we access it?